In a distant empire, far from her homeland, a young orphan girl rose from obscurity to royalty, and through prayer, courage, and persistence, saved an entire people. Her name was Esther, and her story still speaks to every believer today. This is not just history. It is a message about divine timing, bold faith, and the power of prayer. The story begins in the vast Persian Empire, ruled by King Xerxes, a monarch of great wealth and authority. His kingdom stretched across 127 provinces. After Queen Vashti was removed from her position, the king ordered a search for a new queen. Young women from across the land were brought to the palace. Among them was a Jewish orphan named Esther. She had no parents, and she was raised by her cousin Mordecai, who loved her like a daughter. Esther was humble, gentle, and wise, and though she was Jewish, she kept her identity hidden, just as Mordecai advised. From the very beginning, Esther found favor. Those who met her were drawn to her spirit. When her turn came before the king, something remarkable happened. She was chosen. Esther became queen. What looked like chance was actually divine placement. God had positioned her for a purpose she did not yet understand. But danger was rising. In the king's court was a powerful official named Haman. He was proud and demanded honor from everyone. When Mordecai refused to bow to him, Haman was filled with rage. His anger grew into hatred, not only toward Mordecai, but toward all Jewish people. Haman devised a terrible plan. He convinced the king to sign a decree ordering the destruction of the Jews throughout the empire. The order was sealed and sent out. Fear spread everywhere. Families wept. Mourning filled the streets. When Mordecai learned of the decree, he tore his clothes and cried out in distress. He sent word to Queen Esther, urging her to go before the king and beg for mercy. But there was a problem. Anyone who approached the king without being invited could be put to death, even the queen. And Esther had not been summoned for many days. She hesitated. Close-up of Esther in her royal chambers, reading Mordecai's message. Her face transforms from fear to understanding as the weight of his words hits her. Camera slowly circles her as she processes the magnitude of the moment. The lighting shifts from shadow to warm light as divine purpose becomes clear in her expression. Then Mordecai sent back a message that would change everything. Do not think that because you are in the palace you will escape. If you remain silent at this time, help will come from elsewhere, but you and your family will perish. And who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Those words pierced her heart. Esther realized her position was not an accident. It was an assignment. She sent a reply. Gather all the Jews and fast for me for 3 days and nights. Do not eat or drink. I and my attendants will fast also. Then I will go to the king, even if it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. Before she acted, she prayed. Before she risked, she fasted. Before she spoke, she sought God. This is the first great lesson of Esther. Prayer comes before breakthrough. After 3 days, Esther put on her royal robes and approached the inner court of the palace. Each step could have been her last. The room was silent. The king saw her standing there. Then, he extended the golden scepter. She was accepted. Favor answered courage. Haman's downfall, Mordecai being honored, Jewish families celebrating instead of mourning. The scene transforms from darkness to light, from despair to joy. Esther stands confidently, having fulfilled her divine purpose. At the second banquet, Esther finally spoke. With calm courage, she revealed her identity as a Jew and exposed Haman's plot to destroy her people. The king was outraged. Haman's scheme collapsed. The trap he built for another became his own downfall. Mordecai was promoted. The Jews were protected. A day meant for destruction became a day of victory and celebration. God turned mourning into joy. The story of Esther reminds every Christian believer, you are not where you are by accident. God places people with purpose. Prayer prepares you for courage. Fasting strengthens spiritual resolve. Wisdom guides bold decisions. Patience can unlock perfect timing. and persistence in faith brings deliverance. You may feel hidden, unknown, unlikely, but so was Esther. And when the moment came, she stood. Today, her story still asks us a question. What if you are here for such a time as this? If this message encouraged you, share it with someone who needs strength and courage today. Faith, prayer, and persistence still change outcomes, and God is still working behind the scenes.